Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and welcome back to a beautiful, sunshiny spring day in southern Oklahoma. I'm telling you what, I wish we could have every day like this. Light breeze, sun's out, so amazing. I love it. I love this time of year. Wish we'd get some good rains, get the creek rolling, get some fish back up in the creek, but that's not in store for today's video. We are going to do a little bit of a product review. You guys know we do a ton of, I've done a lot of product reviews and showing you how-to stuff on these solar generators, because you can never have too much power. And I just think that the solar generators, this little industry has exploded and is taking over the gasoline generator. It's probably going to be a thing of the past pretty soon. I think they still have a place, but Growatt is the sponsor of today's video. They sent us a new solar generator that they've got. You know, we've done a couple videos for Growatt. One is this little small one that I keep in my toolbox of my truck, the little small portable Growatt. Has a lot of cool features, but it's a little small. It's very handy for little things, charging batteries for cameras and my computer and all kinds of different stuff. Got a dryer for Weston's house. We got to get that installed pretty soon. That's totally separate. But we also did a Growatt video back, put some power in our storm shelter. I'll set this out up here because the audio is terrible in there, but this was our big brother to a little small Growatt that's in my pickup truck. And Growatt has done a little updating and has a, I don't know if I say big brother, but a newer model to this guy. So there's all kinds of different reasons why you would, you know, want to invest in one of these solar generators. And Growatt is growing quickly. They're expanding their models and coming out with different products and things. Now, they've been in the, I guess you'd say, the solar energy marketplace for a long time. They've sold inverters that people have used, you know, residential and commercial for a long time. So their newest model of solar generator that they sent us a while back, I've kind of been testing out around here a little bit. I've actually been using it outside to keep Houston's birds warm at night. So I'll cut to that nighttime stuff and we'll show you that real quick. Copper, does your head itch? So I've got a heat lamp bulb plugged into the Growatt Infinity 1300. And as you can see, it's pulling it's bounced from 123 to 125 watts. And it will power that heat lamp bulb for about 11 hours. And these guys still need a little supplemental heat. I was moving the geese, Houston's 3 geese and his Muscovy duck and the turkey in and out of the shop every day and night, keeping them inside at night and letting them out here in this cage during the daytime. Ooh, about fell down. But these geese make a mess, and they can make a really nasty brooder cage in a hurry. They just poop and stand in the water. So I wanted to put a heat lamp out here, but I hate running heat lamps nonstop. And that Growatt will power that heat lamp all night, no problem. And then I can go back, plug it into the solar panels during the day when we're not really using it a lot, and charge it for free. Heat lamp bulbs use a lot of power, but these guys need that little bit of extra heat. They're a little skittish right now, but that heat lamp bulb is about 18 inches. Oh, there comes the duck. It's about 18 inches off the ground. And while they are, you know, they're not completely feathered out yet, but they have a lot of body heat and they huddle together. So, you know, when they're born, they need close to 100-degree temperatures to stay warm. That turkey is pretty well feathered out, and that turkey would be able to withstand a lot cooler temperatures. But we're only getting down into the high 40s, low 50s at night. But I do want to give them a little supplemental heat because the geese stay wet all the time, like constantly. If you touched them right now, their whole underside is wet, and we want to keep them warm. And I'm ready for them to be out of the shop permanently. So that's the solution. Plug in the Growatt. You could run an extension cord out here, but then we're using, we're pulling power from the electrical grid all the time. And why not use this to power a lamp and it not cost me anything? Good morning, little birdies. Did y'all have a good night? You see your heat lamp's off. That means your battery went dead overnight, but we're gonna get that charged up. I got them some feed and some fresh water. And they all survived the night. Everybody was safe and sound, so I'm gonna get the solar panels out and get that charged back up. All right, Earl. Standing in the food and the water. Typical birds. Can't you go around it? Why you gotta go right through it? Copper, did you enjoy having a night light all night? So our heat lamp has completely drained our battery. It's at 0%, so we'll get the solar panels set up and recharge this thing. Earl, what do you think? You wanna help me carry it? Well, I don't know if you guys can see the screen very well or not, but we're charging, still at 0%, obviously, but we're getting 271 watts, 276 watts of solar power to recharge our battery. What do you think about that, Earl? Is it gonna work, buddy? So the Growatt Infinity 1300 is an 1800 watt solar generator. Right now it's charging on the, it's plugged into the shop on AC charge, and it'll charge on AC at 1200 watts. So it'll charge super fast when it's plugged into a wall outlet. I think it's like advertised as 1.8 hours charge time. Now the solar, you guys saw, I had it plugged into solar panels and charging. Those are the Growatt, I believe they're 200 watt solar panels, but this thing will accept up to 800 watts of solar input. That'll charge you up pretty darn fast for solar power. And it'll also charge through your car outlet, through your through your DC car outlet cigarette lighter plug. if you want to charge it that way, if you're on the go or something. And you know, a lot of people, I feel like, see these solar generators as like an off-grid use. You know, like we've used them in our off-grid cabin. Perfect for that, don't get me wrong. A lot of people think it's kind of like just a prepper thing, but really, there's a ton of uses on a farm, on a homestead, in a house in town. So many different things that need power in our life these days. You know, we're not living in the 1800s anymore. If you hadn't noticed, we use a lot of electricity, and these solar generators from Growatt provide that for us. So this has got multiple different outlets that can, you know, charge and do whatever you need. It's got 2 USB-A ports, 2 fast charge USB, they're 18 watt max ports, and then 2 USB-C ports on here. And on the side, you've got 4 of your standard, you know, 120 volt outlets. And then if you have you know, anything that runs on the car charger style, your DC outlet there. So this thing is pretty awesome. It does have a wireless cell phone charger capability. You just set your cell phone on the top and it charges it right up. So Growatt uses LFP batteries, and that really just stands for Life PO4. And in layman's terms, they're extremely long life batteries. You're gonna get about 3,000 cycles out of this thing, which for most people would say like 8 to 10 years of use. Long battery life for sure. Now, you know, I've shown you a lot of stuff. We use these things, you know, I've used it to fillet fish at the creek, to take my electric fillet knife down there and clean fish while we were down there. Growatt Infinity 1300 and the electric fillet knife, cleaning fish in the creek. How about that?
Yeah.
Use it to power a grinder and, you know, all the different tools around the farm you can do just about everything with. But aside from farm use or homestead use, in a post-COVID world that we all live in, a lot of us work from home nowadays, and you need uninterrupted power. Everyone, you know, you keep reading about rolling blackouts and all these problems. Well, Growatt has this UPS, uninterrupted power supply idea. So I can take this thing in the house and plug it into the wall and then plug all of our electronics into it. So, you know, all of our computer, our desktop computer and our modem to keep the internet going and all of that stuff. And Growatt, basically, the uninterrupted power supply will switch from your electrical current from the grid to this in about 20 milliseconds. So if you lose power, it automatically switches to battery backup, and you don't lose all that valuable information. Because I don't know about you guys, I edit a lot of video, and when you're halfway through a project and the power goes out and you lose power instantly, you could lose hours of work. And I don't handle that kind of stress well. Growatt also has their own app where you can monitor all the settings. You can actually turn on and off your outlets. You can check how much power, you know, is coming in and going out. And that's one thing that's really cool, is you don't realize how much power a lot of your appliances use until you plug it into something like this. And you can see, even right on the app, it'll show you a graph when those appliances kick on and off and things. And there's a lot of power hungry appliances that people don't realize how much energy they really use. So that, you know, with the app, you can kind of look at everything and break everything down and, you know, update all your firmware, do all the things. But it's pretty simple to use, super easy app. Now, I don't have it here set up for this one, but Growatt is actually got these to where you can power, you can run multiple units in a circuit if you don't have enough power from one source, like extended camping trips or extended power outages. You can set, I believe, up to 3 of these linked up together for a lot more power, like 3 times the power, I would say. So if you'd like more information on the Growatt Infinity 1300, you can go to growattportable.com. There'll be a link in the description box down below. You can check these things out on their website, on Amazon. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Do solar generators really have the ability to take over the generator world? I think so. You know, I've talked about this multiple times on the channel. This thing is running right now. It's charging. The fans are on, and it is almost dead silent. You know, if you're into camping and things, we don't camp much these days. When I was a kid, my dad took us out tent camping all the time. He was a diehard bass fisherman. We would go tent camping when it was 100 degrees in July and had no way to power a fan or anything. And you just lay there just melting. And if you wanted fans and things, you had to run a gasoline generator. But who wants to listen to that all night? And these things would have been incredible. You could have been way out in the middle of nowhere camping with a couple solar panels in style, running lights, fans, all that stuff. If you're into RV, if you're you know, an off-grid lifestyle type person, so many uses. Just the simple fact of having backup power when you need it. Whether, you know, most of us don't necessarily care to have backup power for our entire home, but if you do lose power for 6 or 8 hours, you can at least watch TV, use the internet, and keep your frozen goods frozen. Plug your freezers into these things. I just see so many valuable uses for a solar generator like this. So anyways, like I said, links in the description box down below. I know it's a little bit different, just a complete product video today. But I really enjoyed testing these things out and using them. And, you know, I turned on the original Growatt that's in my storm shelter, and I haven't touched it in probably 3 months, and it was still at 94% charge. I mean, that thing is down there in our storm shelter in case we need to take off in a hurry and run to the cellar because of a tornado or something. And we've got a fan, we got lights, we got everything we need down there to be able to survive in style until someone gets here to rescue us if we get trapped in it by a tree or something, or just, you know, just so the kids aren't scared down there in the middle of the night. And the flies are crazy around here. I'm sorry, guys. But anyways, Growatt, huge thank you. Guys, we'll see you on the next video.